It's Tiger, and today we are going to do something fun. We're gonna meet up with my friend Brian. Brian happens to be blind, and I'm challenging him to draw a bunch of portraits of people, including himself. Why? Mainly because I wanted to see what it looks like when we can see past someone's appearance. How can we see someone for who they are? So let's just learn this all together and hopefully have a good time. Cool?
My name is Brian Bushway. I lost my vision at the age of 14, and no longer having access to patterns of light, I had to rethink about myself and other people in a whole new way. Today, we're gonna surprise people with pictures of themselves. And I've also been challenged to draw a picture of myself. Curious to see how this is all gonna go. But I hope, and I definitely think they're going to be genuinely surprised. So we'll start with the head as a circle, but now here is the interesting part. It's less about the person and it's more about the essence that radiates out. Essence is it's the invisible aspects of life. All the things, the characteristics, the components, the content of our character. And if we're lucky in life, our essence will be so great that it just fills the spaces until it runs off the page. Boom, there'd be my self-portrait. Emphasis on the essence, not the person. These drawings will do no justice to the totality of the beauty and the complexity of who they are, but it will be interesting to figure out how to artistically, represent who they are. So this first person, we're thinking of Rachel. She just has lots of energy that really comes alive. So it's just like filling the paper with these sort of rounding lines. She's so musical, that it just sort of radiates from her that her life is a musical. There'd be her representation of the person. But I'm much more interested in all this rest of it. Here on Rachel's portrait, I thought it was interesting to start with the essence first. And the essence was all those wavy lines are the river of music, that she is the type of person that constantly is living in a fun world in the best sense of life is always like a musical. All right, so next I've been challenged to draw my friend Kate. The first thing when I started thinking how to draw Kate and represent it, actually a color came to mind, the color yellow, and then the color yellow with a bunch of circles. And Kate just has this energy that is light and pretty happy. She almost has a bouncy personality. There's no person, there just is essence. Next, we're gonna draw my friend Abrahan. This is actually gonna be the most fun because the first thing that came to mind was when we were in Malawi. The kids in the village loved him. He's quick to laugh and make a joke and tease other people. Good-natured, that's why all the kids, they really gravitated towards him. They even came up with a fun nickname. So here is a picture of Chichambua, which was the nickname for Abrahan, and he is represented by the circle face on the top with a couple of little essence lines coming out of the top. But more importantly, down at the bottom, the little circles and sticks represent all the kids. And they're lower because they were tinier than him. He was a tall person too. When I think of him, I actually think of all of the kids and the sounds of, they were constantly always calling him. They were wondering where he was at all times. What I learned is how challenging it is to capture a person's essence. But what a good thing to spend time actually thinking about. So often in life, we put people in tiny boxes. I hope that others are simply reminded that we are never just one dimension. We as human beings are multifaceted.
Hey.
Yo, you can tell me what you think this is.
Okay, maybe like a concert?
So I have a video I want to show you about what it is. You ready?
Yeah.
So I think the best way to represent him is by representing the kids. So here is a picture of Chichambua, which was the nickname for Abraham, and he is represented by the...
Dang, I love this so much. What the heck? He told the story from his point of view, how he sees, even though he can't see, and he basically explained the story.
So you can open the thing and look at the picture. What do you think it is? What do you see?
A school of fish going in a swirly.
Cool. Cool.
Alright, so next I've been challenged to draw my friend Kate. I got to meet Kate on our Malawi missions trip. Actually, a color came to mind, the color yellow, and then the color yellow with a bunch of circles.
Why?
And Kate just has this energy that is light and pretty happy. And so I just felt like a little outside of that would just be a fun.
It makes me cry. I love Brian. And then I love that he sees me that way. That means so much, especially since I was in Malawi with him and I felt so stressed the whole time, but he still saw me as light. Also, yellow was my favorite color growing up. Whenever somebody would wear yellow, I'd get really upset and I'd pinch them and I'd say, "That's my yo-yo." I always see myself as sarcastic, but I guess the world sees me differently. I like their version better.
I'm gonna email you something right now.
I see a sun. It's like sound waves or rays or something coming from that dot. Oh, there's Brian.
I got challenged to draw some of my other friends. Oh, my first impression of Rachel was it's just so much fun. Like laughter. Like life is always like a musical for her, and she just sort of radiates out at all times. And so I felt like that was much more interesting to start with.
Oh my goodness! Brian is mine. And also, it's just like to be so understood. To be so understood for someone to see another human. You know, I've always said, like, I don't need to be loved as much as I need to be known. Like, by the people that I'm close to. Because if I'm known, I feel loved. And that is what I feel from that. I feel known. I feel seen by him. How does he see people so well? I mean, I know how, because he's a genius and he's brilliant, but it makes my heart expand. Like, I feel things, you know? It makes me feel really special. It makes me tear up.